Hi, I'm Joe Downard and I'm a bass player, and in this session we're going to be looking at developing your sound and experimenting with your instrument. The double bass is an instrument that has always been associated with an orchestra, and I'm going to show you how I approach this historic instrument and give it a more modern sound. Traditionally it was played with a bow. Developing on from the bow, bass players then started using their fingers in what they call pizzicato. Also, another technique, more traditionally, would have been a slapping technique. Those were some of the more traditional sounds and styles of the double bass. But as time has gone on, the bass has changed and made itself welcome in a modern music context. For example, I have a pickup on my bass now, which means I can plug it into an amp. And I have metal wound strings, which give me a clearer tone, whereas they used to be made of gut. I now have an adjustable bridge on my bass, which means I can move the height of my strings up and down. And more you'll see a double bass in a modern context on a festival stage or a music video. And so check out the links below to see the double bass in action. As I look to develop my own sound, I like to try and experiment with the noise and sound that I can create from the bass. Firstly, I have a reverb pedal, which makes a nice washy sound and allows me to play really long notes and have them last a long time. It sounds like this. Next on my pedal board, I have a chorus pedal, and this plays two notes at the same time, slightly out of tune with each other, so it creates this sort of wobbly effect to the bass notes that I'm creating. It sounds like this. And the next pedal I have is a distortion pedal, which gives me a lovely, crunchy, gritty sound on the bass. It sounds like this. Kind of like an electric guitar really, but sounds really cool on the bass. And the last thing I have is a loop pedal. And what this does is it allows me to set up little loops on the bass, and I can play over them with the added effects that I've got. And it works like this. I've got one last task for you. Go home and pick up your instrument and just experiment with a sound that you've not created before. Now you've got your practice routine, try and build it into that. Give yourself time each time that you practice, just a chance to experiment and use some pedals, try different techniques, try different approaches to your instrument to create a sound and really develop a voice of your own. Thank you so much for watching this series of tutorials. And remember that you can go back over these videos at any time. I really hope you've enjoyed them. Thanks for watching.